hier, euer Foxgirl. Mein Name ist Plifia. Willkommen zur 99. Episode meines Honkai Story Let's Plays. In der letzten Episode haben wir das zeitlich begrenzte Event Spur und Drift abgeschlossen. Und wir wollen jetzt in dieser Episode eigentlich damit weitermachen, die Story fortzusetzen. Bevor wir das jedoch tun können, müssen wir noch ein paar Nebenmissionen abschließen, damit wir die Belohnung für die Nebenmission nicht verlieren. Deshalb machen wir jetzt erstmal die Nebenmission in der heutigen Episode. Und zwar die Mission Gift der Unsterblichkeit als erstes. Folge den Instruktionen im Päckchen. Machen wir das doch.
What's written on this package? Seat of Divine Foresight, urgent. This is it. The mail the disciples want to intercept. Seems like it's encrypted somehow. Makes sense. This is critical intelligence after all. Let's see if I can crack the code.
Okay, das ist das Minigame hier. Das sollte nicht so schwer sein. Ja, und schon gelöst.
Code cracked. Huh. It's an internal order from the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Judging from these urgent instructions, the disciples are aware of a seed of divine foresight operation to infiltrate their ranks. Huh. No wonder Green Hibiscus was so eager to intercept this.
Okay, das ist
I'll
interessant.
use my phone to make a copy and then hand it over to Green Hibiscus.
Daraufhin, Rosa, hast du die Sachen bekommen? Alles klar. Ich hab sie. Wo treffen wir uns? Vielleicht werden wir überwacht. An dem Ort, an dem wir die Schriften kopieren. Die zuständige Person will dies so schnell wie möglich sehen. Antworte nicht. Alles klar. Was ich auch noch tun möchte, ist den aktiven Charakter zu Cypher ändern. Cypher ist großartig. Ich mag Cypher so sehr.
Of Moon. This is the reliable disciple I mentioned to you, Grey Peony. Grey Peony, this is Mav Moon, the head of our operations in Exalting Sanctum.
It seems you have some impressive skills in your arsenal.
Das stimmt, ich bin stark.
I like this kid.
Er sieht komisch aus, der
You
Typ.
seem like you've got it all figured out. What brings you to the disciples of Sanctus Medicus?
Ich will noch stärker werden.
Good. So do I. I used to think determination and hard work were enough to achieve that. But I've come to realize it's not that simple.
Das stimmt wohl, wenn man kein Talent hat, kann man so viel trainieren, wie man möchte.
During my many years as a Cloud Knight, I realized something. An individual's strength is limited. So I abandoned my mortal body and became a faithful servant of merciful Medicus. Here, take this prescription. Through this medicine, you will become like me. You will be able to break the shackles that the devilish archer author has used to chain your soul. You will gain unbridled power and freedom.
Hoppala.
The disciple responsible for creating medicinal pellets heard of your exploits. They prepared the prescription for you personally. Some of the ingredients can be purchased at an apothecary. But others will require you to come up with your own solution. Given your strength, that shouldn't pose a problem.
Wir sollten mal hinkriegen.
Do you have any questions?
Wie viele Menschen sind in
I don't
unserer
know.
Organisation?
I've heard our members are in the tens of thousands.
Das sind eine
The
Menge.
Disciples of Sanctus Medicus has a flat organizational structure. The head of each area reports directly to the master. I know nothing about what goes on elsewhere. The benefit is that even if our enemies were to wipe out the Exalting Sanctum branch, it wouldn't affect our brothers and sisters in other areas.
Das ist schlau. Wer
That's
bereitet die
sensitive
Rezepte vor?
information. I know who they are, but for their security, I can't reveal their identities. It's not that I doubt your loyalty, Grey Peony. It's like I said, security. The
Kann ich einen Boss sehen?
You mean the master? You'll meet them, but for now there's no rush. All in good time. Keep fulfilling your duties, as you have been. With your strength, you'll have an audience with the master in no time.
Warum bist du der
I'm
Organisation
ashamed to
beigetreten?
admit it, but I once worked alongside those devils. I trained in spear techniques for almost a century. I nearly became a Cloud Knight instructor. But I was trapped in a weak mortal shell. I was never able to surpass the final barrier that separated me from the martial arts geniuses.
Hey, interesting.
Fortunately, the draft of Draconic Surge, the prescription you hold in your hand, rescued me. Once I took that medicine, I became more powerful than any mortal could ever dream of.
Wirklich kann ich gegen dich kämpfen?
Everything has changed. Jersine and his pitiful spearmanship are no more. All that remains is a loyal disciple of merciful Medicus.
Warst du ein Geheimagent des Throns der göttlichen Vorherseher?
Wait,
Sie?
you recognize me? Where do you know me from? Your face changed when you heard my name.
Mav Moon, sir, we have a problem. I suspect this person may be the agent who's been looking for you.
Idiot! What kind of trials are you running? You let an agent infiltrate our ranks?
I couldn't have known, sir. I witnessed this person slay a Cloud Knight before my very eyes.
Detestable. The devilish archer author allows these pitiful mortals to face death without fear. Self-sacrifice is their way of fooling us into opening our doors.
Das ist wirklich eine lebhafte
Merciful Medicus has
Vorstellungskraft.
sharpened my senses. Nothing gets past me. A pathetic mortal like you could never understand. In that case, divine foresight, devil, it's time for you to meet your demise.
It smells of money. Come to me. There's more to life. Eternal. Please try as you wish. You can't run.
Mortality means forever. Time to mix things up.
So this is the warmth of life.
Friends? Indulge yourselves!
Found me. Every petal and all will be swept away by the wind.
Oh ja, die Rekorde waren nicht so viel.
Root here.
Weil wir den Skill noch gar nicht freigeschaltet haben.
How's this taste?
Thanks. That feels way better. Some value I can. You can't run. Embrace a new life.
Der Rekord fast gar in diesem Moment. unsere Cypher wird gar nicht so stark.
Vtube, with enough believers, lies become reality!
Weil wir haben die Fähigkeit noch nicht dafür,
As you wish.
dass ich mehr recorden kann.
Time to mix things up.
So this is the warmth of life. Found me. These chickens here. You want to take advantage? I'll take it on.
Au.
This taste.
I shall remember
Rice
this
like it, my
warmth.
friends. Indulge yourselves!
You can't run.
Oh, mercy of sacntus medicus! Grant me a body impervious to steel, the courage of 1,000 armies, a strength that 10,000 foes cannot suppress. Time to mix things. You think you're a match for me, devil? Your death is inevitable. Surrender, and I'll make it quick.
Swept away by the wind. Our cute play session is over. With enough believers, lies become reality!
So wohl haben die hier allesamt nicht allzu viel Leben.
In the mood. How's this taste?
Who's here? You can't run! Embrace a new life. May death protect us! You want to take advantage?
Rice like my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Found me.
Unsere Cypher ist noch nicht
I shall remember this warmth.
richtig gebildet
Life is
dafür.
not as you wish. You can't.
Man hat die Fähigkeit auch nicht mehr zu rekorden.
Existence is unity. Come to me.
How's this taste? Rice like it, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Found me.
Medicus, glaube ich, 8% oder sowas.
Some.
Was nicht wirklich viel.
Who's here? I'll take it on. Our cube with enough believers. Lies become reality.
Aber es ist halt sehr viel später für die Open Ride.
So Mauve Moon was the agent that Qingzi lost contact with. He joined the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. I should go to the seat of divine foresight and tell Qingzi.
To be empty-handed.
I don't know if this mission was a success or a failure.
You can't get rich by waiting.
Cypher ist so cool. Ich denke, wir kriegen jetzt mal eine zweite Mission, von der wir machen müssen, um das Story freizuschalten. Bevor wir der reden, sammeln wir hier erstmal ein. Hier liegt so viel Zeug rum. Okay.
I'm glad to see you've returned in one piece. So, what happened? Did everything go as planned?
Nicht wirklich. Mein Genick ist eingeschlafen. Du erzählst Quink zu, was passiert ist, als du als Geheimagentin gearbeitet hast?
Don't worry. Your operation was a success. Although your identity was ultimately exposed, you gained a wealth of invaluable intelligence. On top of that, you managed to get out without a scratch. I never imagined that Jersine would choose the path of evil. You did the right thing. I'm afraid this is how the Plague's author operates. using notions of power and life to draw countless people like Jersine away from bright futures, down a path of no return. You've managed to shine a light on the darkness of the enemy. With this intelligence, the Seed of Divine Foresight will be able to improve its strategy. And for all your efforts, please accept this reward. Is there anything else you'd like to know?
Über den aktuellen Zustand der jüngeren sacntus medicus.
The current state. I'm afraid we know next to nothing. We dispatched agents, but they were only able to linger on the edges of the organization. Your operation is the furthest anyone's managed to infiltrate. The Seed of Divine Foresight is still striving to answer one question. Is this but the resurgent shadow of an organization silenced 1,000 years ago? Or have they been lurking in the darkness all along? Whatever the case, this sudden reemergence hints at a hidden conspiracy. It's troubled me deeply over recent few months. It's hard to tell what all of this is building towards.
Hast du viele Leute
Not at
losgeschickt,
all.
verdeckt zu arbeiten?
The disciples' secret letter makes it sound as if we infiltrated their ranks in great numbers. The reality is that only a handful of agents have successfully slipped into the organization. And the majority of them lacked the strength you had to make it back unscathed after their identity was exposed. They didn't have the wisdom and good fortune to gain the organization's trust quickly. An agent can't actually consume those pellets of the disciples. Doing so would mean the end of their life as they knew it. The point is, there hasn't been anyone like you who managed to delve into the group's core and obtain so much first-hand information.
Über die Glaubenssätze der jüngeren sacntus medicus.
Thousand-handed merciful medicus' salvation is a manuscript transcribed from a sacred text. I don't know where the disciples obtained it. It likely consists of fragments of banned works from the Befall era. As I see it, there isn't anything particularly alarming about the text. It recalls the acts of the Plague's author's warped creatures from an equally warped perspective. The scripture doesn't have the power to lead people astray. They do that to themselves. But it does feed lies and false hope.
Über das Rezept, das Hin mir gegeben hat.
The prescription you acquired is beyond my knowledge. There are a few reliable alchemists that reside in Exalting Sanctum. I'd like to ask you to consult with them on the particulars of the prescription. This will allow the Seed of Divine Foresight to have a clear target for creating an antidote. Given that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus has become aware of our operation, it's about time the Seed of Divine Foresight reeled in its net. If you turn up any details about the prescription, feel free to come back and find me anytime.
Gift der Unsterblichkeit, genau. Das müssen wir noch abschließen. Da lang.
Why, hello there. Anything I can help you with?
Quinzu bat mich, dich Rat zu fragen. Du erklärst der Alchemistin, was dir widerfahren ist.
So, this is official Seed of Divine Foresight business, eh? Then I'll do everything I can to assist you. Let's take a look at this prescription you mentioned. If this request had come from anywhere else, it would have seemed like a joke. But the Seed of Divine Foresight only deals in the serious. I can't understand this prescription. And I imagine that other alchemists won't be able to make sense of it either. I recommend you go directly to the chief alchemist, Lady Dan Shu. Lady Dan Shu is renowned for her unique line of reasoning. She's proposed several prescriptions that would have been incomprehensible to us if she hadn't explained the pharmacology. Still, those same prescriptions have always been able to produce miraculous effects. Lady Donshu is a truly gifted alchemist. All the more amazing given her sightlessness. Wouldn't you say Lady Donshu likes to pass the time over at Sinwood Pavilion? I'm sure you'll run into her if you head that way.
Synoheitspavillon für. Da oben. Hey, Danshu.
That tree remained dead.
I've been looking forward to meeting you. Everyone
kennst
does.
mich?
You're the hero who rescued the Vidyadhara healer lady in Exalting Sanctum. I heard from other alchemists you have a prescription you wish me to assess. Can you read it to me? Thank you.
Klar. Du liest Danshu das Rezept vor.
A strange and dangerous prescription, but I believe I understand the pharmacology. It involves drawing upon the strength of long scions to attain the power of ascension. The specifics, however, will require further investigation. This will take some time. I could hardly happen upon Vidyadhara bone marrow and test the prescription myself, could I? Leave your contact details with me. When I've completed my assessment of the pharmacology, I'll get in touch with you.
Ich stehe direkt noch hier, kannst auch direkt mit mir reden. Hallo Plifia, ich verstehe jetzt halbwegs, was es mit dem Arzneipfand der Drachenballon auf sich hat. Aber du hast immer noch mit dem Problem für Qianghu beschäftigt, oder? Jetzt gleich? Zu dieser Zeit? Mach dir keine Sorgen, komm einfach zu mir, wenn du Zeit hast. Ich werde am See Nordpavillon auf dich warten. Binde Weisheit und Sünden des Himmels. Den aktivieren wir jetzt. Ich meine, ich muss auch noch machen.
From the sound of your stride, I sense you're in good spirits. I wouldn't be
Du hast gute
envious.
Ohren.
This is not an innate ability, merely compensation for my visual impairment. Ultimately, nothing I hear or smell can match the vividness of the colors that you perceive. Let's get down to business. I analyzed the prescription you procured, the draft of Draconic Surge. Now that I have a preliminary conclusion, it needs to be delivered to the seat of Divine Foresight.
Und was sind das für Schlüsse?
Put simply, I don't believe that the draft of Draconic Surge holds the cure to the Mara. Even in the foreseeable future, there will likely not be any such cure. I've compiled the details into a written analysis. If you're interested, feel free to take a look. This is a copy of pharmacological studies on the draft of Draconic Surge. If the Chief Counselor wants to see it urgently, I'll have to ask you to deliver it for me.
Alright. That one.
You're back.
Hey, klingt so.
Anything you wanted to share?
Über das Gebäude
Wow.
Jünger Santus Medicus.
Even for those alchemists. That was fast.
Es war Danshu, die es herausgefunden hat.
Danshu. Wait, why would the Alchemy Commission's chief alchemist be away from her post? I've heard that the chief alchemist is visually impaired. She rarely leaves the Alchemy Commission delve. She has a vast knowledge and expertise. No wonder she was able to analyze the pharmacology so quickly. Let me see her report.
Klingt so das Gesichtsausdruck ist ernst, nachdem sie dann Chus Bericht durchgelesen hat.
No cure? Where did these villains get their hands on such a complex prescription? This is infuriating. This is a clue we can follow. Thank you. Please accept these gifts for your efforts. Please,
Vielen
take
Dank.
them. You've done so much for the Lafu, for the Xianzhou. This is the least I could do.
Hast du etwas Zeit, Plifia? Ich bräuchte eine Expertise bei einigen Angelegenheiten. Könntest du kurz beim Sehen nur Holzpavillon vorbeikommen? Ich komm vorbei, geh nicht weg. Wart möglichst bitte. Das mach wohl auf die weg. Aber wie gesagt, wir müssen die Quest ja eh abschließen, um die Main Story weitermachen zu können. Ich denke, dann in der nächsten Episode können wir dann endlich mit der Main Story weitermachen.
Thank you for coming on such short notice. My stay in
Was kann ich für dich tun?
Sanctum was supposed to be focused on treating people and delivering medicine. But the Seat of Divine Foresight tasked me with analyzing the prescription. I've been severely delayed. I've already concocted some of the medicine in question, but there can't be any further delays. Could you assist me in ensuring it arrives on time? Thank you.
Kein Problem.
The patient in question is a little girl. If she's gotten into any trouble, be sure to let me know when you get back. This is the medicine. Her house is near the Court of Tranquility. It shouldn't be hard to find her. Is this the one Don Shu sent me to find? Does she come here to treat other sightless people?
Aw, little Miss Lady can't see ahead, can't see right, can't see left. Heads to the east, ends up west. She's stuck. She can't get down.
Hey, what you looking at, Outworlder? Mind your own business.
Ihr braucht einen Hintern voll.
Who do you think you are? Keep your
Wer
nose
willst du, dass du
out of
eingewählt
this.
bist?
I beat people up all the time.
Yeah, get lost. Stop meddling in our business.
Also arrogante Kind rennt auf dich zu und schlägt auf dich ein. Ihr macht das nicht viel aus, aber der Junge fällt durch die Wucht seines eigenen Schlags nach hinten. Die brauchen den Hintern versorgt, die Kinder. Ich weiß, man schlägt keine Kinder, aber die haben keine Manieren.
Stop yelling and help me up already.
They use some kind of hidden power. I saw it.
Philipp.
You're a cheater.
That's right. If you hadn't cheated, I would have knocked your lights out.
You sure about that, boss? They didn't even flinch. Ugh! Shut up! Boss, let's get out of here. We shouldn't fight anyone that doesn't respect martial arts.
I'll let you off the hook this time. Next time we fight fair and square.
Yeah!
Die 3 Kinder ziehen verdrossen von da und benutzt die Gelegenheit, um das Mädchen vom Ort der Auseinandersetzung wegzuführen.
Thank you for helping me, miss. I'm
Geht es dir gut?
okay. It's my fault. I shouldn't have wandered off on my own. Then I wouldn't have run into those guys. They always laugh at me for being blind. And they like to trip me up and steal my things.
Das ist aber nicht nett.
Thank goodness you were here. Otherwise, they wouldn't have let me off so easily.
Dann schon möchte, dass ich hier dieses Medikament bringe.
Oh, Don Shu asked you to come? Things are bad on the Lafu recently. Don Shu must be very busy. Thank you, miss. Remember to thank her for me.
Das kleine Mädchen nimmt die Medizin und geht den Weg zurück, den es gekommen ist.
she wander about alone? Well, I've delivered the medicine. I should report back to Don Shu.
Ja. Vom Glück können wir hin und her teleportieren. Weil wir hier an der Gegend schon so oft waren.
How was
Hey,
she?
Danshu.
Did you deliver the medicine?
Beschien das Danshu, was passiert ist?
She reminds me of myself when I was a child. I also had to find my way in the dark, face obstacles I couldn't predict, as well as deal with unconscious prejudices people had against me. If I was ever injured by bullies or after a fall, I'd run crying to the healers at the Alchemy Commission and ask them to heal me. I suppose that's why I followed in their footsteps, to pay a little kindness forward. Thank you for looking after the child. Could I ask you for another favor, friend?
Ja, sure.
Yes.
Machst du dir Sorgen um sie?
I worry about her wandering around on her own. And I want to know what's been on her mind lately. Her parents passed away in the denizens of Abundance Wars. The relatives who took her in aren't close to her. And whenever I treat her, she often confides in me. A healer's medicine might remedy one's physical health, but sometimes the loneliness and hurt inside one's heart needs companionship and care to heal.
Weißt du, wo wir sie
She
treffen
told
können?
me that whenever she's feeling troubled, she finds a quiet corner in the Artisanship Commission and just sits there, letting the sounds wash over her. Her parents
Okay.
used to be artisans in the commission, so I think she has some nostalgic connection to the place. In all likelihood, that's where she'll be. There's danger around every corner these days, especially for a sightless child. Let's go.
Ja. Gib mal ihr Hessen.
What's happening? Is the girl in trouble?
Don't fight so I can leave early. There's more to life. Eternal. Every petal and
Ja, unser
all will
Cypher
be swept
Record hat
away
auch
by
kein
the
Damage.
wind.
Weil ich den Tracer noch nicht aktivieren konnte.
Step up, let's see ya.
Das wird wehtun.
Enjoying yourself? I'm okay. I'll take it on. You can't run.
In the mood for another. How's this taste?
Thanks.
Rice, like
That
a
feels
friend?
way better.
Indulge yourselves!
Who's here? Found me.
Step up, let's time to mix things up.
So this is the warmth of life. Embrace a new life.
Gut gemacht, Drache.
It's all right. Everything's okay now, Xiao Yu.
Thank you, big sister. Thank you, Danshu.
You don't need to be scared anymore. She is here.
But when I think about all the trouble I've caused you two, I feel like such a burden. I'm sorry.
Is that why you're crying? Maybe
Hey.
you should start getting used to this feeling.
Oh.
Because in the next few centuries, visually impaired people like us will
Das ist sad.
continue to require help from everyone we meet.
arme kleine Mädchen.
So, if a little bit of guilt like this is enough to break your heart, then how will you manage such an arduous path?
Soll das ein Trost sein?
I'm not trying to console her. This is the reality. Walking alone in the darkness, fearing every incoming, invisible obstacle, unable to understand other people's descriptions. Everyone, everything is like a hot coal in the dark. Invisible, yet still able to burn you. As a long-life species, she can expect life to continue like this for nearly 1,000 years. She must learn to depend upon herself rather than just foolishly waiting around for the next hero to swoop in and save her.
Hilfst du ihr
Yes.
nicht auch?
By trying my best to change her personal circumstances. In the meantime, she'll have to learn to withstand the darkness. Just as I have.
Hey, you're right, Danshu. From now on, I'll do my best to rely on myself.
Good. I hope you remember this. Forever. This place is too dangerous. Let's head back to Exalting Sanctum.
Du bringst Sancho, das kleine Mädchen, zurück.
Thank you again. For all you've done. It would seem we incomplete ones are often bullied from a tender age. I endured numerous hardships to become Chief Alchemist. Yet, there are still things that leave me feeling helpless. That's the reason I said what I said. You might mistake my words for being hurtful. But the truth is, no amount of words can prepare her for what lies ahead.
Gibt es keine Möglichkeit, dieses Problem zu behandeln?
For long-life species, these things are permanent. Whether we are beautiful or ugly, tall or short, wise or foolish, all of it is encoded into our flesh from the moment we are born. The impairments of short-life species can be corrected with ingenia or surgery. But that's an impossibility for Xianzhou natives. No matter the method employed, our bodies will eventually return to their original states. I too was once a non-believer. I fooled myself into acquiring artificial eye implants. Soon thereafter, my sightless eyes began to regenerate, and I was left in pain and despair. That brief window of sight that I regained has turned into a perpetual source of anguish. For long-life species, this incompleteness is a permanent, unavoidable tendency.
Wow, selbst wenn die das machen, wachsen die einfach nach im selben Zustand, okay? Oh, das ist creepy.
What a joke. Even the denizens of abundance, so-called abominations, needn't endure such torture. Perhaps we incomplete ones are merely traitors, cursed by the plague's author. It's
Warum
nothing.
das?
Forget I said anything. Thank you for sticking with me through all of this. I think my aspirations in Exalting Sanctum have been met, for now. Oh, I have a gift for you. Though I'll need a little time to prepare it. I'll contact you once it's ready to collect. See you soon, friend.
Geh zum Freizeitbuchladen.
Have you read the novel about the Ten Lords' mission?
Hey, Jinshu. Hier ist eine Buchhandlung. Wenn du schmücken oder ein Buch aussuchen willst, geh einfach hinein und zieh dich um. Ruf mich, wenn du zahlen möchtest. Kannst du irgendetwas empfehlen? Ich lese nicht viel, also habe ich keine wirklichen Empfehlungen. Naja, ganz vorne haben wir unsere Bestseller. Muss wohl einen Grund haben, warum sie Bestseller sind. Fang doch einfach damit an. Ansichten von Sternen, Giffen auf See, ist eine Aufzeichnung von wundersamen Exoplaneten von einem foxianischen Entdecker. Oder kommt es ja von einem Exoplaneten? Wenn es so ist, lass mich kurz nachdenken. Wie wär's hiermit? Unirdische Vergnügungen. Das ist eine Sammlung von kurzen Gruselgeschichten, die unser Chef geschrieben hat. Ich bin mit dem Inhaber verwandt. Er hört gerne den Gesprächen anderer Leute zu. Er meint, das wäre für einen Schriftsteller eine gute Inspirationsquelle. Vielleicht hast du ihn drüben im Hafen der Sternskiffe gesehen. Er erzählt Geschichten in einem Teehaus namens Schlafloser Graf. Nennt sich dort Herr Zian oder so. Wieso gibt es in Zhangho Geschichtenerzähler? Hast du Geschichtenerzähler auf einem Planeten gesehen? Wenn du schon so fragst, kennst du sie wahrscheinlich schon. Ich weiß nur, dass das Geschichtenerzählen eine traditionelle Art der darstellenden Kunst ist, aber vielleicht arbeitet der Chef doch nur als Geschichtenerzähler, um sich im Teehaus nach seltsamen, gruseligen Geschichten umzuhören. Wenn er doch nur seine Buchhandlung etwas mehr Aufmerksamkeit schenken würde. Wie auch immer, möchtest du irgendwelche Bücher kaufen? Ich würde gerne ein paar Bücher lesen, um mir die Zeit zu vertreiben.
Go right ahead.
Kein Problem.
Mr. C.N. said that making bookworms feel at home is more important than getting them to buy something. All we ask is that you find a quiet spot away from the browsing areas.
Du nimmst ein Buch in die Hand, das in letzter Zeit in der ganzen Allianz populär geworden ist. Die Zeit vergeht sehr schnell. So, bevor darf ich jetzt lesen? Muss ich erstmal einen Schluck trinken. Trink genug, Leute, vor allem wenn es so warm ist. Hallo Plifia, ich habe das Geschenk vorbereitet, von dem ich gesprochen habe. Komm bitte zum Sino-Holz-Pavillon, ich möchte es dir persönlich anvertrauen. Bin auf dem Weg. Ich komme vorbei, geh nicht weg. Nur keine Sorge, ich werde hier auf dich warten.
Looks like the person you were waiting for has gotten in touch. Safe travels. Oh, maybe buy a book next time? Buying
Wieso
a book?
next time? Wir
Which one
beinahe
do you
kaufen
need?
als jetzt. Was hast du zum Anbieten? Ja. Einmal genug Credits hier haben wir. Dann kaufen wir die hier leer. Kauf mal alles, was er hat. Ich meine, da gibt es sicher irgendwo eine Sammlung. Er wird die Nase in den Büchern Trophäe erhalten. Ich denke, wenn wir gleich mit ihr gesprochen haben, mit der Alchemistin, beenden wir die Episode heute und machen in der nächsten Episode weiter. Kann sein, dass wir die Story heute nicht fertig kriegen, die Nebenstory. Dann machen wir in der nächsten Episode die Nebenstory fertig. Auch wenn ich gerne mal die Hauptstory weitermachen würde. Damit wir die endlich mal aufholen können. Aber alles für seine Zeit.
There you are, friend. You've been running so many errands lately. I'd like for you to take some useful items away with you. Examining the exhibits in the Seat of Divine Foresight inspired me to create this. I referenced some historical texts and concocted a medicine that can extend your lifespan and improve your health. I call it the Broomdew Concentrate Pellet. And I'd like you to have it. Consuming it will make your body light, agile, and promote longevity and well-being. Well then, that's that. Perhaps the next time we meet.
Und dann Shu hat die Schachtelritin-Pille auf den Tisch gestellt und
It's
sie
not
ist es
that I
dir an.
don't
Zur
trust
Seite
Don
legen.
Shu, but this doesn't seem like something I should take lightly. Something feels off. I'd better talk to Qingzu at the seat of divine foresight.
Ich glaube, wir können die Quest beenden, wenn wir zu ihr gehen. Dann machen wir das noch schnell. Aber wenn wir dann mit ihr gesprochen haben, beenden wir die Episode. Sonst geht so lang. Das ist schon wieder fast eine Stunde lang.
It's
Hey,
been a
Qingzu.
while. To what does the seat of divine foresight owe the pleasure?
Du erzählst Qingzu alles, was zwischen Dan Shu und dir passiert ist.
I understand. You say you have suspicions about this pellet she gave you? How about this? Leave this Broomdew concentrate pellet with me, and I'll find someone to run a few tests on it.
Das Kügelchen aus
I
dem
need to find a
Saukonzentrat
trustworthy
übergeben.
alchemist, so you'll need to wait here a while. It isn't easy to find trustworthy people like yourself in these perilous times.
Qingzu dreht sich um und geht. Es dauert ziemlich lange, bis sie sich zum Thron der Göttin Vorhersehung zurückkehrt.
Thank the stars you were wise enough not to take that pellet. My alchemists were able to extract many forbidden components. The result is identical to the disciple's mysterious prescription.
Ich kann nicht glauben, dass Dan Shu mich angelogen hat.
I understand. Try not to be too upset. I had a suspicion that there might be a spy in the Alchemy Commission. But I never expected
ja,
it to be
das ist-
someone so high up in the organization. I'll put out a wanted notice for Don Shu immediately. If you find any trace of her, get in touch with me. Take this Deeting with you. It might just help you find this friend.
Okay, das war in der nächsten Episode. Wir beenden die Episode an der Stelle, damit sie nicht noch länger wird. In der Folge sagen wir aber noch schnell ein. Das war's dann für dieses Video. Danke fürs Zusehen. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Wir sehen uns in meinem nächsten Video wieder.